I'm Lloyd from Bumstead Bicycles, and we just got a new Trek bike in the other day that I thought I'd make a video and show you about. It's a gravel bike. For anybody that's not familiar with the term gravel, they have taken a road bike and put wider rims, tire, and clearance onto the bike, which will allow you to ride dirt roads and a little crazier terrain, but it's still in the setup of drop bar road style bike, not a mountain bike. A lot of people are turning these into kind of a touring bike. And Trek, you'll notice there's mounts all over the place on this bike, which allow you to mount bags and carry tons of stuff, racks, bags, bottles, just mounts everywhere. If you go on their website, there's pictures of one that's just outfitted with everything. So gravel bikes are tending for the customer that maybe doesn't even want to ride in the dirt, but you've got bad roads, you want comfort, you want stability of a wider tire, but the efficiency of a road bike with the drop bars, might look at something called a gravel bike. So this model from Trek is the Checkpoint, sorry guys, it's the Checkpoint ALR 3, and it's a Gen 3. They've stopped doing traditional model year 2025, and so they'll just call it a Gen 3, Gen 4. Gets confusing, but this is a ALR 3 Gen 3. ALR means that it's an aluminum frame and this particular model then has a full carbon fork. The advantage to the carbon fork is it absorbs a lot of vibration and can actually be somewhat of a suspension in the way the carbon is done. And it's also, a lot of companies will skimp out and it'll be carbon legs with an aluminum or steel steer. This is full carbon throughout, so they didn't skimp on that. While we're in this area of the bike, kind of the aluminum frame, all of the cables now are internally routed through the head tube. There for a while, they would route the cables to the sides of the frame. Now they're going down through the head tube. Looks wise, amazing. Everything's routed nice and clean and in. A little bit of a plumber's nightmare. If for some reason down the road, you need cables replaced and things, just expect a little more labor than you used to have to do, or a little more effort if you're gonna do it on your own. But I think overall it's worth it. Just very clean part of the frame. Trek in this instance is using the Shimano Qs. Drivetrain, this one is at 10 speed. As you can see here, a huge range of gears from ultra low to the high end. Always gonna find a gear you need, and simplicity. No more front derailleurs, guys. Those days seem to be gone. Again, adds to the simplicity of the system. Trek's brand of alloy rim comes with a 42C tire. We kind of talked about the bigger tire adds some traction, stability, and comfort. They have room here up to a 50C, which is a 2-inch tire. We're talking mountain bike tire in that instance. So if you're trying to do a little more dirt, a little crazier off-road, you can upgrade the tires, go a little wider. You could also go a little narrower if need be. If you don't need this wide a tire, that rim will still accept down probably to a 32C if you wanted to go that route. So aluminum frame, the Shimano Q's drivetrain works really well. Adjustment, shifting, just flawless. Easy, and for mechanics, easy to work on, very simple design. We threw some pedals on here. It doesn't come with them, so you get to pick whatever pedals you want. Wanted to talk a little bit about this for maybe a customer that hasn't had a bike in a while and is out looking, and they're looking like, where do you shift this thing? Back in the days, the shifting used to be on the frame itself. Now everything's integrated. Again, simplicity. You have your brakes and your shifting is all. So shifting is this and the lever. Braking, pull the brake lever. But all integrated. You never have to take your hand off the bar, your normal riding position, everything at your fingertips. Very comfortable, easy to use. Really nice ergonomic levers that fit the hands well. So on the brakes, pretty much everything now has gone to disc. At this price point, they chose to go to a cable disc rather than hydraulic, but they did use the better quality Tektro that when you pull this lever, it actually, on a lot of cable ones, it only pushes on one of the brake pads. It's probably not easy to see from here, but this actually pushes both, so it has a piston on each side versus a single piston. So it's a dual piston cable brake. Needs less adjustment, very powerful, works really well. Single piston needs a little more adjustment compared to a dual piston. So even though it is cable, just easy, simple to work on. You can do it out on the trail even with a couple little Allen wrenches. So even though it is a cable rather than hydraulic, I think a lot of customers would like that style of brake. And again, Tektro makes some really good stuff. So in the market for a new bike and you got some dirt roads, or you just want to be more comfortable, or not sure what you want in a road bike, you might look at the gravel bikes. They're very popular. And again, this from Trek is a great value, and we have them in stock at the store. If you're in the area, come by and see us.